I just got a phone call from my caseworker that deals with the SNAP program, often called food stamps. In that conversation, I did interrupt her a few times, but I hope I was able to come across that I do not like dishonest statements being told either to me or about me. I asked her in the conversation if she thought I was acting irrational or delusional. I do not recall if she answered that question during the statement. I do know that she did not like me referring to her conversation as the anticipated argument. Oh, I'm sorry. Anticipated payment narrative. I'll say that again. Anticipated payment narrative. Because my continued discussion with them is that there's a form to report income. I'm submitting that form. Why are they having a hard time processing re, um, reporting income on a regular basis? I don't know if it is a trap to try to see if you can catch people lying. I don't know if it's just laziness. They don't want to deal with all the work involved with ensuring people are doing what they're supposed to. I don't know. But here's the conversation that I had today that they hung up on me. Stacy hung up on me. I'll let you guys decide if I'm irrational or if anybody's actually listening.
Hi, is this Kevin Wagner?
Yes, it is Kevin Wagner. You need further identifiers.
No, you're fine. This is Stacy calling from Hardin County Job and Family, and I was returning your call and your email. I wanted to make sure I was getting your case updated correctly, so I checked with our trainer and our supervisor to review everything before I called you back and told you incorrect information.
Thanks for
So
taking the
what?
time.
Sure, that's no problem. And I did get your change report form that you did continue receiving unemployment of $257 weekly.
Can we stop right there? May we stop right there? Please.
Uh-huh.
That
Sure.
wording is inaccurate. I have repeated this several times. I have put it in writing. Unemployment is not steady or unsteady. If I have the ability to make the requirements in a week, I will receive a payment for that week. If I do not make the requirements for payments for that week, I will not make that money for a week. You keep talking about starting and stopping. That is incorrect. It is the wrong way to look at it or think about it. That is why I was so happy that when I went through all the documentation, I found the the worksheet and the form I've been submitting. As far as I can tell, all I should do is fill out that worksheet every single month and send it to you, and then you would use the information from that worksheet. Feel free to check to see if anything is incorrect or if I have failed to report something. That is fine. That is what you should do. Then you plug those numbers into the algorithm and it gives you a response. And then I can use my phone to see what my next food stamp benefit will be. That is accurate reporting. And I don't understand. I mean, I am really sorry. I don't care the way that your department has a policy. I am going by the written instructions in your documentation.
Okay.
I really don't care. So I am hoping that this message is finally through and that we're not talking about irrelevant nonsense.
Okay. With food stamp budgets, we can't adjust, for example, we can't adjust your August benefit. You've already received that benefit. The budgets we are working on are currently October budgets. So when we get with these alerts for unemployment, we have to consider that as anticipated income you're going to be receiving when we adjust your October budget.
Then
If that changes,
may I stop you
Go
again?
ahead.
Then there is a serious policy flaw in your department, because your documentation shows how a person can report income for things to be determined. And it seems to me that it is calculated on a month-to-month basis, that you are going to have to change your program and policies to reflect the documentation you send to people. I don't know where the disconnect is. And you keep talking about, if you are collecting unemployment, we're going to calculate it as you're going to get it every single week. And that's not how the program works. And I am getting very frustrated on repeating that to you. And I don't understand it when SNAP and unemployment have the same boss overall. So there's something wrong. And it's not me following directives. It is you processing information truthfully and honestly. And that is my perspective. And I am sorry that I interrupted you to share that perspective. But when you keep talking about you're receiving unemployment as if it's a regular thing, that is a lie. And I will not tolerate lies in my life, either hearing them or being told about them. So if we need to get this into a hearing so that other people can look at the way I am being treated by policymakers here compared to the documentation or the program, then let's do that, because I think something has to change.
Okay, well, with the alert we have and the information you've reported it, we have to consider it as anticipated income. So your food stamp budget.
Why? What loss are you referring to?
This is what state policy is on the food assistance.
Fine. Where is state policy written in public?
I can find out. We just had a response from a state worker, and I can get you the code sections if you would like. I can email those to you.
Good. Until I read them, I don't think further discussion on this matter is necessary or important. Unless you feel that I am delusional or coming from an irrational point. Do you feel I am delusional and coming from an irrational point?
I feel like you're not listening to the explanation of how we have to process these.
No, I think I am listening clearly, and I vehemently disagree, because it doesn't seem to match the paperwork I have received.
Okay. All right. I'm just doing what they're telling me to do by policy.
I am right. There is a week worksheet for monthly income, right? Those forms that I have been sending you come from the paperwork I received. And then there's a second form that's where to put the information from the worksheet so that I can supplement it. And if my income can vary from month to month, that is the best method to report that income. Right?
We would treat it as anticipated income.
Okay.
If it changes, if it fluctuates.
Yeah, ma'am, that's fine. Yeah, I can see that you have a narrative that you've been created with. The anticipated income narrative, we'll call it from here on out. I think it's a policy problem.
We'll just end the phone call then. You have a good day, sir. Thank you.
You didn't.
All righty. Well, that's my conversation with my caseworker. Anybody else think I got a point? Anybody care? I hope to hear from you. Have a good one.